wonderful people out here. Let's show them what we think of them. They're great. Big round.
Blue playing the national anthem.
Very nice live performance.
Yes, it was.
So the radio guy's going to take a minute break. We'll be right back.
First for the Powell Vikings will be John Keegan at one guard. Andrew Bott starts at the other guard. Dustin Falls at the forward. Pat McKinney at the other forward, and at the post will be Brad Robbins. Of course, Robbins kind of plays the post, but he also brings the ball up and down the floor. He does most everything for Powell Valley Vikings, and then he's got a good supporting cast. But Robbins certainly the key, no question about that. Now for the Gate City Blue Devils. At guard will be one Jesse McMurray. Nate Clark, the other guard. Josh Kilgore, Marquis Step, and Will Humphreys, the starting five for the Blue Devils.
Well, you know, Mark, we've got the top two teams here in the district. They're both state ranks. Their district championship is on the line. It's the last game of the season, and we're playing in front of a packed house at home.
Yeah, that's...
and it couldn't get any better.
That's pretty much how you draw it up. So, just about set to get underway. Gate City dressed in their home white, trimmed in royal blue and black, and Gate City will be shooting. Jesse McMurray will be shooting free throws as Powell Valley was caught dunking in the pregame warm-ups. So Jesse McMurray will get to shoot free throws here as Powell Valley player dunked the ball just as the referees come out of the locker room. Free throw by McMurray is good.
Perfect way to start the game.
Well, that's a lead. And Jesse will have another free throw attempt, which is on the way, and two is good. So Gate City will lead 2-0, then we'll start. Well, they say, you know, home court advantage should give you a few points, and I guess
well, it did. There.
Gate City will have the basketball, too, as it won't be tossed. As
McMurray makes the 2 points on the technical foul before the start of the game.
And that happens occasionally, and it did tonight. Clark has it for the Blue Devils, gets it over to McMurray, and surprise, Keegan will play him. Out front will come Kilgore. Swinging around to Will Humphreys, right side now, out between the rings, Clark. Gets it over to East Step, right side in the corner, McMurray. He'll launch a three, shot won't go. Rebound Robbins for Powell Valley. Robbins races up the floor with it, has it, and he'll stop, get it over right corner. Here's the jumper for three, up and good by Andrew Bott. So Powell Valley out on top, 3-2. Quickly the other way, Gate City will have it go out of bounds off the Vikings. It'll belong to the Devils. Jesse McMurray will throw it in. Right of his own bucket. McMurray gets it in to Humphreys. Swinging around now. Clark back in the corner, McMurray. McMurray has it. Gets it inside to Kilgore. Puts it on the floor. Takes it up. His shot from in front. No good. Humphreys tips it back out to East Step. East Step drives down. Shot off glass. No good. Will Humphreys with it. Will's put back. No good. Rebound East Step. East Step has it. Gets it back to McMurray. McMurray off the pick from Clark. Has it out between the rings. Gets it right side to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, and he'll be fouled. Foul will be on 20, Andrew Botts. Foul on Botts will be his first. And referee Bays comes over and has a word with Coach Vermillion about something.
He was past midcourt.
McMurray to throw it in. Gets it into Humphreys. Humphreys gets it over to Clark. Clark gets it down low. Humphreys drives for the bucket. Shot up good. Well, Humphreys with the bucket. They said Box's field goal a minute ago, I guess, was a 2-point field goal. Because that's what they post on the board. So it's 4-2. Gate City with the lead. Powell Valley has it. Here's a lob down low to Robbins. Robbins shot over Humphreys is good. Brad Robbins with the bucket, ties it at 4. McMurray with it. Gets it back to Clark. He's open for the 3 shot. Clark missed everything. Rebound coming out there with it. Botts for the Vikings.
It was wide open.
Botts has it stolen away by Kilgore. Coming up with it, Clark. Clark drives all the way down. His shot off the glass good. Nate Clark with the bucket. It's City on top. And what do we have? Catching McMurray, I guess.
Have a foul.
Or he stepped. Let's see.
It's McMurray.
Big McMurray. Foul on Jesse's his first. It'll be the team's first.
Actually fast and furious early here in the contest.
Brad Robbins to throw it in. Robbins looks, gets it into Botts. Big City with a little pressure in backcourt. Robbins with it. Robbins behind the back dribble. Guarded by E-Step. Brings it across the timeline. Offensive. Mark E-Step will pick up the foul on the block. Obviously, I called it the other way.
Yes.
Well, Joe Jones missed one with the foul from the JV.
Coach Parks will check in for Nate Clark. Luke Humphreys will be in. Also, here comes Jamie Hackney for Gate City. 5:58 to go, first quarter, 6-4, Gate City lead. The Vikings will have it with Robbins to throw it in at midcourt. Robbins looks. Gets it in over here to Qualls. Qualls has it across the timeline now. Head of the key, left of the lane. Qualls tries, and they're going to have a foul called, I guess, on McMurray, and that'll be 2.
Well, that wakes the crowd up.
Foul on McMurray, his second, team's third, and we're going to have substitutions as Michael Rogers will check in for Jesse McMurray. Robbins to throw it in. That's 2 big fouls early there. Here's Botts, he'll launch at the shot, no good. Rebound, McKinney, his put back, no good. Tipped around, goes off McKinney, out of bounds. My.
I mean, that was
obvious, very obvious.
Powell Valley will have it. Robbins to throw it in. Gets it into Botts. And Tyler Parks will pick up the foul on the hand check. They're going to keep Gate City from playing defense is what they're going to do. Robbins to throw it in. Gets it into Botts. Back to Robbins. Robbins puts it on the floor. Gets it back out front now, swinging around to Keegan left side. Gets it back into the lane to Robbins. Robbins will be fouled on the floor. Luke Humphreys.
I don't believe it.
Foul on Luke will be his first. That's already 5 on the Blue Devils.
I see a plan here.
Yeah, I do too. Free throw or 3-point still go up, no good. We're going to have a foul call on Gate City. And so that one on Hackney, I believe. Foul on Jamie will be his first, team 6. So Gate City's got 6 fouls called on them in less than 2.5 minutes. Robbins lobs it into McKinney. McKinney is fouled by Kilgore. McKinney will go to the line to shoot 2. That's 7 already on the Blue Devils.
Well, if Coach Vermillion doesn't get it technical in this game,
he's better man than I am. McKinney shooting 2. Free throw up by McKinney is no good.
well, the good news is Gate City leads 6-4.
Yes. The bad news is they've already
run out of players at this pace.
Before half. Tyler Parks will check out. Nate Clark in for him. McKinney will have his second. Free throw on the way by McKinney is good. So McKinney hits one out of two at 6-5 Gate City. Clark has it for Gate City over to Kilgore. Kilgore puts it on the floor, drives along the baseline, and an offensive foul called on Kilgore.
Yes.
All right, Scotty, go off on him. That's all I can say. Foul on Josh is his second. Timeout on the floor. Gate City will be back after this. First quarter. Gate City on top 6-5. They've been saddled with 18 fouls here in the first
3 minutes.
2.5 minutes or so. With the basketball is Qualls. Qualls has it, picks up his dribble, hits it over here on the right side, and picking up his dribble, and getting back over to Qualls. Now with it, Robbins. Robbins almost has it stripped away, gets it over here for the shot up for three, good. For two, take the other two by Brad Sharp, and that makes Powell Valley on top now. 7, here's Hackney, his reverse layup, missed it. Rebound pulled out by McKinney. McKinney gets it to Robbins, and he'll be called for traveling. Good defense there by Clark. Powell Valley leads. It'll be Gate City's basketball. And it will be along the baseline. Will Humphreys in for Hackney for Gate City.
Points out something in front of the Powell Valley bench, and the official goes to talk to the Vikings coach.
And what it is Nate, evidently one of those kids down there was doing something, I don't know exactly what, and that's not Powell Valley's coach's responsibility to make the fans do anything. Clark on the inbounds, gets it into Bateman, swinging around to McMurray. McMurray has it, now over to Bateman. Back out on top, Humphreys, swinging around to Clark. Left side, Luke Humphreys. Now back to McMurray. 7-6, Powell Valley leads, 4:15 to go first quarter. Clark has it. Clark puts it on the floor, drives down low, shot up, no good, foul call.
Qualls with the foul.
It will be. Josh Qualls is first. Team's third. Nate Clark to shoot 2 for Gate City.
I don't remember when I last saw a crowd like this one.
Free throw Clark, no good.
Nate's almost automatic.
Well, they'll make that 8 out of 10. McKinney and Qualls check out of the lineup. Spurlock in. And Mitchell. Free throw Clark, good.
Tied score.
So we're tied at 7, 4:07 to go first quarter. Spurlock gets it over to Robbins. Robbins brings it across the timeline, guarded out on the floor by Humphrey. Robbins takes it along the baseline. Shoots over Humphreys, no good. Rebound, Will Humphreys. Will gets it over to McMurray. McMurray quickly across the timeline with it. Stops, pops a 3. Shot good. Jesse McMurray for 3, and the Blue Devils on top 10-7. Jesse's just got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls. Needs to get through this half with only those 2 fouls. Chris Mitchell at the point now, guarded by Clark. Mitchell behind the back dribble, and it'll be stolen away by Clark. Clark has it, takes it to the hole, shot up, it'll go. Nate Clark with the bucket. Timeout, Powell Valley gets to the lead, 12-7. We'll be back.
Night in Gate City. Inside the middle school.
That it is. Hostile would be
more than one way.
Yeah, this is, well, this gets your blood to boiling. Powell Valley with it. Gate City leads by 5. Mitchell has it. Now he's guarded by Parks. And I'll guarantee you Parks will harass him. Mitchell with it. 5 seconds. Gotta be. How long does it take to count to 5?
I wonder.
And Coach Vermillion reminded all 3 officials that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can understand that completely.
I mean, how long does it take to count to 5? So Gate City with it with Parks. Parks gets it over to Humphreys. Back out on top, McMurray. McMurray puts it on the floor, launches a 3 shot. Good! And he's fouled. And he's fouled.
That wakes the crowd up.
Foul on John Keegan, his first. Team's 4th. Jesse McMurray will try to complete something that don't happen often. A 4-point play.
If I got a quarter, I bet you don't.
Gambling's illegal.
Oh, did you get caught at it?
Golly. Well,
How you lottery ticket?
free throw good.
There's your corner.
Gate City with a 9-point lead. Powell Valley with the ball. Qualls has it. Qualls guarded by Parks, pushing off. Qualls does with his free hand. Parks cuts Qualls off. Now over with it. Keegan. Keegan puts it on the floor, drives down. Should have been an offensive foul called. Instead, it goes off Powell Valley. No, it don't. Saving it back in is a Viking. Gets it to E-step. Over to Kilgore. Stops. 12-footer. Won't go. Rebound pulled out of there by the Vikings. That's Spurlock with it. Gets it over to Robbins. I bet you Robbins will start handling the ball a little more. Yep, what a figure. Here comes Robbins with it. Gets it over to Sharp. Sharp back to Robbins. Robbins stops, pops, 15-footer, won't go. Rebound, E-step, boxes the shooter off. E-step races across the timeline with it. Holds it up. Gets it over now to Parks. Parks puts it back to McMurray. Gate City leads by 9, 2 minutes to go. First quarter, McMurray for 3, won't go. Rebound, Spurlock. Spurlock quickly now in front court with it. Sharp. Sharp drives into the lane. His shot, no good. And we're going to have a foul called.
That's got to be away from the ball.
Yeah, that's not on McMurray. 40, that's on Powell Valley. 44 Robbins. Yep, 44 Robbins picks up the foul.
His first.
Right. Rogers, Hackney, Luke Humphreys, Nate Clark in now for Gate City.
And great job of Coach Vermillion to get McMurray out of the game with 1:48 to go in the first.
Well, I don't worry too much about Jesse. Now what we're going to have? What are we going to have here?
They're complaining about the fans down here.
Oh, I'll tell you what we had. Well, I guess, listen, you know, both teams can complain. Stop selling tickets 200 people ago if that's a problem, you know.
There's not any room for anybody.
I don't see any, I haven't seen any fans do anything they shouldn't be doing. I thought that what they were going to do is have a little conference about let's just play basketball and not do the other foul. With it is Kilgore, and that's got to be a block. It is, and that's on Sharp.
Good move by Kilgore to the bucket.
As long as you don't drop your shoulder there, they're not going to call that on the offensive player. So Gate City will have it. One, it goes to Clark. Clark to throw it in. Gets it into Hackney. Swinging around Rogers. Rogers out on top, Luke Humphreys. Luke with it. Swings it over to Hackney. Hackney puts it on the floor against Robbins. One dribble back to Clark. Let's see they run a little clock here. Clark has it. Gets it stolen away. Coming out with it, Powell Valley. Robbins has it. Robbins across the timeline. Don't leave him alone. Robbins shot for 3. Not close. Rebound Clark for Gate City. Clark needs to look up the floor. Gets it to Hackney. Hackney gives it back to Kilgore. Shot up. Good. And he's fouled. Spurlock picks up the foul, his first, and that's the team's 7th.
Great ball movement.
Yes, it was.
Now see your fouls is evened up. It's 8-7.
Didn't look good to start with.
It always does that. Timeout. Powell Valley. Gate City leads 18-7. We'll be back. Trying to complete the 3-point play, which he doesn't, as he misses a free throw. So Gate City leads 18-7, 12-0 run by the Blue Devils. Left side with it, the Vikings have it. Here it lobs down low for Spurlock. Has it almost stripped away by Hackney. Coming out there with it though, the Vikings shot up good. The shot for 2 is good by Sharp. Foul inside will be on the Vikings. And I didn't catch the number. 34 Spurlock picks up his second. Somebody for Gate City will be shooting 1-1.
Bateman checks in for Gate City, replacing Kilgore.
Somebody's got to shoot 1-1. That's 17 fouls.
They're having confusion here at the scoring table. They've got it ironed out.
So it's 18-9. Gate City leads. The shot for 2 by Sharp was good. He's got 4. And Gate City will have Jamie Hackney at the line to shoot 1-1. Tyler Parks into the game, replacing Nate Clark. Jamie Hackney's free throw on the way, no good. Rebound, Powell Valley. So the Vikings have it, that's Robbins. 40 seconds to go, first quarter, Devils up by 9. Robbins out front with it, picks up his dribble. Gets it down low to a cutter, shot up, no good. Rebound McKinney. McKinney's put back, blocked away, foul called on Luke Humphries. Luke Humphries picks up the foul, that'll be his second. And Pat McKinney will go to the line to shoot 2 for Powell Valley.
Like you said earlier, Robbins most times bringing the ball into the front court for a big guy who does a good job.
Free throw McKinney's good.
They switched off to another play earlier, but
and that other player committed 2 back-to-back turnovers.
and guess what happened then?
Yeah. McMurray and Clark in. Rogers checks out for Gate City. So McKinney can cut Gate City's first quarter lead here to 7, which he doesn't as he misses a free throw. Rebound Bateman for Gate City. Gate City leads by 8 here in the first quarter. They'll hold it for the final shot would be my guess. Bateman has it, gets it over to McMurray, stands near the center line, now to Hackney. 15 seconds. Clark with it. Clark circles right side, 7 seconds. Clark will just take it to the bucket and will not make the shot, but he'll be fouled. The foul will be on Powell Valley's Stephen Mumpire, his first. And Nate Clark will go to the line for Gate City to shoot 2. Clark put a little move on Mumpire and got him on his hip and able to take him to the bucket. Free throw, Nate. Good. Rogers in for McMurray for Gate City. Devils can stretch their lead to 10. They've led by 11. Free throw, Clark, good. So Clark hits 2. Powell Valley gets the ball in to Sharp. 1 second, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. With the score, the Gate City Blue Devils 20, the Powell Valley Vikings 10. And we're set to begin the second quarter here at Gate City Middle School. Devils on top 20-10. Looking to force a playoff game tomorrow night at Norton for the LPD Championship. Gate City must win tonight. The girls will play J.J. Kelly tomorrow night. Robbins, shot, good. Brad Robbins just takes the ball down the floor. Clark with it for Gate City.
Yeah, Robbins with a good-looking shot over Easton.
Clark gets it to McMurray. Now down low with it. Humphries has it stripped and stolen away. Coming out there with it, Powell Valley gets it over to Robbins. Robbins has it. Now right side with it, Sharp. Down low, McKinney, shot up, no good. Rebound McKinney. McKinney's put back, no good. Foul call. And what do we have? We have double fouls. No?
Are they throwing him out?
Well, they may have ejected both. I'm not sure.
I think so.
I don't think they ejected anybody. That surely to goodness he wouldn't do that. Let's see what.
Now we have an officials conference.
Well, nobody. We'll just see what this is about.
Calling the coaches.
Yeah. And I think he said, if indeed, we'll see what we've got here. I think we're going to have double foul called on Estep and Robbins. Is probably what we're going to have. Yeah. So Mark Estep will pick up a foul for Gate City. Brad Robbins for Powell Valley. Both players with 2 now. And now McKinney finally will get to the point where he'll get to shoot his 2 free throws. McKinney, free throw, good.
Good job by Gate City to hold the Vikings 10 points in the first quarter.
And we still have
confusion.
Yeah. But they definitely have the right man shooting the 2. McKinney was the person fouled.
And the officials conference continues.
And this is a time when nobody's happy when the officials do it.
Right.
Most of the time it's 50% of the people.
There's 2,000 people in here and nobody's happy. Probably 2,000 plus.
The thing is all of us don't know what they're discussing. So,
Well, I don't believe they know what they're discussing right now.
well, they know.
They'll keep going back and forth.
I think probably what they're going to do is there'll be a held ball. It'll be alternating possession after McKinney shoots this next free throw on the double foul.
And they move all the players away from the line.
And McKinney makes the free throw. So that makes the score 20-13. Now we'll have alternating possession, and it'll go to Gate City. Score is 14. 20-14, yeah. Okay. Well, I was wanting it to be 20-13. That's 2 free throws, and Robbins had a bucket. That's 4. So it's 20-14. Gate City with a basketball. 7:15 to go first half. Clark has it. Clark picks up his dribble, gets it over in the corner to Will Humphreys. Back to Estep. Estep over to Bateman. Now swinging around Clark. Clark back to Estep. Estep take it to Robbins. Free throw, or shot up, Good by Estep. That's a good move by Estep. Robbins with 2 fouls. He can't.
Yeah, Robbins backed off just a tad.
Yeah, just a little bit. So Powell Valley with it. That is Mumpire. Mumpire gets it over to Keegan. Keegan stops, now throws it over to McKinney. Now back out to Mumpire. Mumpire, I believe, a sophomore. Might be a freshman. I can't remember. I know he had 9 points against us over there. Made a big difference. Robbins has it. Robbins gets it over to Sharp. Open for the shot. Shot no good. And it hits the guy wire, so it'll go to Gate City. Holding the wire, holding the bucket. Kilgore, Hackney, and Luke Humphreys in for Gate City.
Contest slowed down just a little bit from the first period.
The adrenaline's kind of gone down a little now. We've all calmed down. Here's McMurray cutting to the bucket for the layup. Good.
Oh, yes.
Plain as this by Nate.
Yeah, they just made eye contact. Those are seniors. They've been doing this at this level now for 3.5 years. So
back out the 10-point lead.
Here is Mumpire, drives and leaves it off for nobody. Stolen away by Hackney. Gets it over to Clark. Clark doesn't have the numbers. Leaves it off for McMurray. He'll launch a 3 shot by McMurray. Good. McMurray by 3 is 27-14 Gate City. and I'm not surprised. I said it coming in. This could happen. Timeout. Powell Valley. We'll be back.
We're back.
5:48 to go here in the first half. Gate City out to a 27-14 lead over the Vikings.
Led after one 2010.
And have run off 7 in a row because Powell Valley opened with 4 in a row to start the quarter. Here's Robbins. Robbins has it. Somebody needs to step in. Robbins gets it over here to Keegan. Jumper. No good. Rebound tipped around. Kilgore has it for Gate City. Kilgore quickly ahead to McMurray. McMurray drives all the way down for the layup. Good. Jesse McMurray with a bucket. Gate City leads 29-14.
I saw some cameras flashing from that area earlier. That would have been a great picture too.
Botts has it. Botts has it. Right side, picks up his dribble, gets it down low to McKinney, who almost loses it out of bounds. Lobs it back in here to Keegan. Keegan has it, gets it back to Robbins. Robbins has it, drives over the lane, loses possession of it, and goes off McKinney out of bounds. Timeout again. Powell Valley will be back. 4:59 to go here in the first half. Gate City's jumped out to a 29-14 lead over the Powell Valley Vikings, and the Devils will have the basketball. Tyler Parks in to the lineup now for Gate City. Parks gets it over to Kilgore. Kilgore puts it on the floor, drives around, Botts for the layup, good. That's the Josh Kilgore we need to see right there.
Move on, Botts.
That's the kid we need to see right there. That's strong. Powell Valley has it. That's Qualls. Qualls picks up his dribble. Now gets it over to Botts. Botts harassed out front. Now Robbins with it. Stops, pops a three. Shot good. Brad Robbins for three, and the Viking is injured. That's Josh Qualls. He took a pretty good fall. Actually, I think he got hit in the stomach.
They'll make him go out.
Checking in for him will be Stephen Mumpire. Nate Clark to check back in for Gate City.
Young man's holding his side.
Tyler Park will take a break.
So the Devils leading 31-17, 4:20 to go here in the first half. A long way to go. Clark has it for Gate City. Hits it back to McMurray. McMurray stops, now back to Humphreys. Humphreys down low. Hackney for the shot up, good.
Another great feed.
Hackney with the bucket. Well, they had 3 guys on McMurray that time.
Yes, nobody else down there.
Somebody's got to be open. If you want to take that away with 3 guys, we'll take that on out. Jesse will be glad to see that. Mumpire has it. Mumpire picks up his dribble, gets it over here to Robbins now with it. That was Botts. Robbins drives along, shot up. It'll be an offensive foul on Brad Robbins. That's 3 on Robbins. The bucket won't count.
Bucket won't count.
Nope. He waved it off.
Yeah.
Robbins fouls out. Powell Valley is in dire straits.
Well, they're using him to handle the ball every possession.
I'll tell you, a long way to go in this game. Gate City has a big lead right now, but Robbins fouling out might not be the worst thing to happen to Powell Valley. You want me to tell you why? Because if he has to set out a quarter and a half, he'll be a lot fresher going into tomorrow night.
Good point.
But long way to go in this. Kilgore has it, takes it to the hole, leaves it off down low. E-step, shot, no good, foul call.
Who's it going to be?
Botts again.
3-2.
32 picks up the foul. That's Stephen Mumpire, his second. Marquis Step shooting 2. So E-step. Free throw on the way. Good. (34-17) Devils lead. (35-17) as Mark gets them both.
15-7 run here in the quarter for Gate City.
Keegan has it. Now Robbins on the bench. He didn't set a minute in the game at Powell Valley. He's already been on the bench longer here than he was there. Let's see how they respond. Botts has it, gets it over to Qualls. I think I know how they'll respond.
They lose the ball.
Ball out of bounds. It belongs to Gate City. Into the lineup will be Brad Sharp.
Well, I tell you, Robbins has got the wettest shirt in the place.
I'll tell you one thing. You won't outwork him. He's a good athlete. I mean, he
plays hard.
He plays hard. That's right. Clark has it.
Plays.
Rogers for three. Won't go. Rebound tipped around, coming out there with it. The Blue Devils. Kilgore putback. Good. Powell Valley has it. With it is Sharp. Sharp looks down low to McKinney. Gets it to McKinney. McKinney shot up off a glass. Good. Why they don't do more of that, I don't know.
Nice move on Humphrey.
37-19. Gate City leads. Clark has it. Gets it over to Rogers. Rogers has it. Picks up his dribble. Now gets it to Humphreys. Gets it back to Kilgore. Swinging around now to Clark. Clark with it. And Coach Vermillion says, give me a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 37-19. Gate City leads. 2:17 to go in the first half. 37-19. Gate City leads here in the first half.
Trying to work for a playoff Saturday night at Berkeley.
And Gate City, the ball put in play before the Blue Devils get there. But Will Humphreys alertly throws it in. Gate City has it. That's McMurray. Now to Bateman, swinging around to Eastep. Along the baseline to Parks. Oh, offensive foul. Oh, whoops. And the official, I don't like that. That's a bad call.
And the fans think so also.
Well, there's a bad call. Fouls on Josh Claus of Powell Valley, his second. But the compound matters. The official makes a bad call. Makes a terrible call right there. The kid opens his mouth, and he didn't really say anything. He just kind of opened his mouth. And the official sits there and baits him to say something. He just stands and stares at him.
Waits on him.
Yeah, that's not right. Turn and go to the scorer's table and
be done with it.
Yeah. You don't bait kids to do that. Free throw up and good by Parks.
No matter what he'd said, he'd called another technical problem.
Well, and the kid can't, he shouldn't, and that kid, Parks misses his second, he didn't do anything. But the official was sitting there waiting and baiting him to do it, and that's not right. Okay, this message brought to you by me. Now,
done good.
With it, Powell Valley. That's Sharp. Sharp lobs it down low for McKinney, and there'll be a foul called on Will Humphreys. Foul on Will.
This second
is number 2. That's got to be at least 10 team fouls, and a whole lot more than that, I believe, on the Blue Devils.
That's what they have on the scoreboard.
That's 13 on the Blue Devils. Keeping in mind they had 7 in the first 2.5 minutes. Free throw, McKinney. Short. No good.
Not even close.
No.
Luke Humphreys in for Mark Eastep for Gate City. So McKinney, free throw, good. It's 8 free throws on the night by McKinney. He's made 5 of them. Gate City leads by 18. Jesse McMurray has it. Humphreys now to Parks. Back to Humphreys, swinging around right side to McMurray. McMurray stops, pops a 3. Shot, no good. Rebound fought for. Will Humphreys has it. Shot up, good.
Strong move inside to force his way to get that rebound.
And we're going to have a double foul call. Again, Parks for Gate City will pick up the foul. Parks, Tyler picks up his second. 22, Qualls picks up his third for Powell Valley.
Coach Vermillion a little calmer right now.
Well, it's easier to be calmer when you're up by 20.
You got it.
But, you know, I'm not going to say anything else about them. I know they've got a tough job tonight because this thing could get out of hand.
Oh, it could.
I mean, there's no love lost between these two teams. There's no love lost between our fans and their fans. I mean, I understand that but now.
It could have been out of hand in the first minute of the game.
Well, I thought it was.
Oh, yes, it was.
It could have been out of hand in the JV game.
Yeah, oh,
well, I did
I
did my part to help that.
That was one heck of a contest.
Qualls has it for Powell Valley. Gate City leading by 20. Qualls has it.
He's forearmed.
Yeah, him and Park's got something going on. Here's Mumpire shot up good. Mumpire with his first point. See, 40-22. Gate City leads. Hackney has it. Gets it to Luke Humphries. Back to McMurray. He'll launch a 3 shot. No good. Rebound Powell Valley.
Nobody underneath for Gate City for the rebound.
Here's Sharp with it. Sharp gets it to Qualls. Qualls drives in the lane, and what do we have? Illegal screen called. 22 Qualls picks up his fourth. And the same guy's making all these calls.
Yes. We have a... listen to the crowd.
Well, I don't blame them. I'd be upset too.
Once again, we are not responsible for what the fans
What's the holler?
have to say.
Yeah.
What's the referee doing down here now?
And let's see what we've got going on here. Gate City will have the basketball. Into the lineup for Powell Valley will be Chris Mitchell. He'll replace Qualls, who has 4 fouls.
They're calling the sheriff's department down here.
Well,
what's going on?
I don't know, but I think I'm going to need one up here shortly.
Oh, yes. I think so also.
Gate City will have the basketball. Boys, if you beat them bad enough, eventually, you'll quieten them down. Hackney has it. Gets it over to McMurray.
Well, I can understand their frustration.
Well, I can in the last couple minutes because I was that way when the game started and everything went against Gate City. And a couple of things went against Gate City I didn't much agree with. And having said that, is I don't agree with a couple of things that's going against Powell Valley, so I guess I'm evening it out.
Nate had a little contact with Hackney there, and they call a walk.
Yeah, traveling. Bateman into the line. Nope, tried to get in, can't get in. Powell Valley have it, 10 seconds to go, first half, trailing by 18. Mitchell across the timeline. Mitchell backs Clark down, and what do we have?
Your kid. Well, that will be a foul on Clark.
Well, you got to make up where you can now.
But that's only his first one.
Yeah, it's only Nate's first. We had somebody with one to give. Mitchell will be shooting too, Chris Mitchell, for the Vikings.
They just posted one on Nate?
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, he had one to give.
I mean, he was backing up.
Free throw no good by Mitchell. Bateman in for Kilgore. 2 seconds to go here in the first half. Gate City has scored 20 in the first quarter, 20 in the second quarter, and lead 40-22. After Gate City jumped out to a 12-7 lead, they've been able to expand that on out to 18. Mitchell misses a free throw. Hackney has it, gets it to Clark, and that'll be the end of the first half. With the score of the Gate City Blue Devils 40, the Powell Valley Vikings 22.
Sponsors for boys and girls basketball on GCTV are the town of Gate City, Darty Brothers Chevrolet, State Line Graphics, Weber City Drug, Farm Bureau Insurance, New People's Bank, Scott County Long Distance, Delegates, Terry Kilgore, Carter Trent Scott County Funeral Home, and Fairway Ford Volkswagen. If you'd like a copy of tonight's contest, please call the Gate City High School office at 386-7522. DVD copies are $25, VHS copies are $15. The proceeds from the sale of all copies will go back into GCTV's production effort. Whoop. Oh, okay.
We'll give him them 2 back. Here's Nate Clark. Clark drives along the baseline. Now circles back out. Gets it over in the corner to E-step. Now swing it back to Clark. Gets it in down low. Kilgore shot up good.
Fed that right in there.
42-22. Devils lead by 20. Equals their biggest lead of the night. Qualls has it. It's fouled by Clark. Foul on Nate's his second. And just about everybody for Gate City has 2 fouls.
That's right.
Sure do. Teams first here in the second half. Robbins to throw it in for the Vikings.
He set most of the second period out after he picked up his 3rd foul.
Qualls has it for Powell Valley. Qualls behind the back dribble. Now gets it right side to Botts. Botts stops. Botts 16-footer, no good. Rebound, McMurray. McMurray has it. Races across the timeline with it. Head of the key. Now gets it over to Will Humphreys. Back to McMurray. Now swinging around right side E-step. Humphreys comes through. Can't get it to him. Instead down low to Kilgore. Misses the shot. Kilgore gets it back. His shot will be no good, and he'll be called for travel. That's a good call.